Hi everyone, welcome to MS Live. I'm your host, Dulci. And hi everyone, welcome to MS Live. I'm your host, Dulci Hill, and I got a lot of good things to share with you today. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. Part of it has to do with sleeping. So, you know how we get Chris, you're awesome. All right, just 1 minute here. Uh, let's see, I'm sharing this around. Okay, you know how we all seem to wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the middle of the night and we have a rough time getting to sleep? Well, I was always an insomniac. And hi, Jane. I was always an insomniac, and it just, got us so good. Uh, After counting the holes in my eyelids and trying to fight to get back to sleep, I got to thinking, what did my mom used to tell me to do when I was a little girl? Because they tried like crazy to get me to sleep. And and what it was is it was breathing exercise, and I've been trying it for the past 4 days. And let me see. So, all right, let's see. I think I've got that all posted. Hi, Diana. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. Hi, Karen. Uh, Karen's on YouTube. Or I'm sorry, Karen. Hi, Hiroshima. Uh, that's funny. Well, all right. So I wanted to talk about sleeping. What happens when we can't sleep in the middle of the night? And this is true. This helps with anybody who has a problem falling to sleep. Hi, John. Hi, Beth. Uh, Having fallen asleep, or the worst is once we fall asleep, then we wake up at 2 o'clock and our mind is racing. So I'm able to tell you something worked, and I am an insomniac. Hi, Karen. Oh, you jumped. Karen jumped. She jumped from Facebook over. Yeah, that's good. I but Ari, so what I wanted to tell you about is what we do is to close. Hi, Nuno. To close our brain down, to calm it down. What works better than melatonin? Better than Xanax, which stays with you for. I discovered a half life. The half life of Xanax. If you take 1 milligram there, the next day uh, for 24 hours there, the half-life is 50%. So if you have MS there, and all right, somebody's talking about surgery, I'm gonna let you guys talk and chat a little bit while I talk about this because I want to stay on topic there, and I'll read and we'll do support here in a minute. But part of it is that Xanax has 50% half life. That means if we take 1%, say, let's stick with a low dose. Let's say zero point 0.5 milligrams. What happens? You get your hands on that the next day. There, you've got 0.25 in your bloodstream. The following day, oh boy, I math the next day is 0.25. So now you've got 1 point, is it 1.1? I don't know. All right. One. All right, but you get the idea. And the reason why it's important for people with MS is that the little bit of the sleeping medication we're taking to sleep, there all of a sudden it stays in our system and it relaxes our central nervous system, so we're not as focused, we're not feeling as well. It's a small thing, but it's your central nervous system it affects there. And that's true with everybody. All of a sudden you're a little punk. You're not doing as well. So what I wanted to tell you is there are better ways. Also, melatonin, I discovered what I was doing is I was getting up at 2 or 3 in the morning after you go to the bathroom and your mind is racing. And I was thinking, well, I'll just read. I'll read and I'll take melatonin and I'll let my mind go through. But it's not. It doesn't. And I've been punk. I haven't been really well during the day. So I got to thinking, I was always an insomniac. As a little girl, I was always hyper, 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 hyper. So my mom, just, the warm milk and my dad was up all night and they taught me breathing exercises. And I've been trying. I did so much research. There is a breathing exercise that you can do that calms your brain. And I've tried it. And I remembered I was trying it, right? So I'm going to tell you how to do that. So what I want you to do is think about this. It's all over the net because everybody now is saying that they invented it. But this is in 1970s. I was a little girl. My mom used to sit with me and say, all right, do that. What you're going to do is breathe in, right? Breathe in for a count of 4. 1, 2, deeply. Let your stomach, like yoga, breathe, right? Let your stomach expand out for 4 and then hold it for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then slowly let that air out for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then take a deep breath for a count of 4. Hold it for a count of 7. And then exhale for a count of 8. Do that over and over and over again. What they say is that those of us with attention deficit disorder will forget what we're doing, and that's okay. But if you go back to breathing in 4, right, the relaxing is when you hold the oxygen in and you exhale. It resets your breathing. It calms your mind. Dr. Weil, W-E-I-L, Dr. Weir, he said a number of years ago, and now he claims to have invented it. His big thing is that once you train yourself to do this, and you do this often, you can be in busy traffic. You can be stressed out with an angry person, and what you can do, just your kids, your husband, your wife, your life could be just incredible, and you can just practice that breathing, and that will calm you. That will calm you. So you inhale for 4. Inhale, and what it is that inhaling is they've discovered that the inhaling can be stressful, right? So you inhale short, so it's 4 seconds, right? You hold it because that gives your cells the most opportunity to make the most of that oxygen, right? And then you slowly let it out, and that calms you. So I'll let all of you know in YouTube land is that I'm going for my MRI at 1 o'clock right after this there, and I don't have any problems. I don't have any problems with the MRI. I go in the stupid machine and walk. Yeah, I close my eyes and pretend it's Pac-Man. I monsters and I can see them. So I have I have fun with it. Yeah, I don't like the copay, so that's not good. Oh, I wanted you to know that my Aunt Sandy is doing better. She had that COVID there, and you guys all prayed for her, and we'll pray. And I want you to know that God is really good. She is slowly getting, feeling a little better, but she's not really feeling that well. But I want you to know that thank you for praying. Or keep her in your prayers there, because she's still in bed, and she's having gastrointestinal problems, and it's huge. Our prayers are big. And I'll tell you, I was reading Philippians again in the Bible, and it it talked about don't do anything for hubris, for the sake of yourself. And I host this, and I want you to know that with every one of you is called uh, to be humble for God, and love each other. Right? I bring us all together in a way that y'all can support yourself, but no, I'm no better than you are. I am no better. I've had this disease for a long time, and I believe that things happen to me that I can pass on. Like, I've got to do a video on this breathing thing, because how long can you have that mess before you experience enough symptoms? You know what happened to me the other night, and I was thinking about you. I was thinking, oh my gosh, all right, let me channel in MS Live and all these people. I wish I had a phone that I could call you guys in the middle of the night, all of you there, because I was laying on my side, and all of a sudden my chest felt so tight, my back felt tight, my ribs felt tight, and I thought I was going to die. I thought, oh, I'm having a heart attack. And I'm lying there, and I'm thinking, wonder if this is the MS hug. I've never had that. And I'm thinking, I wonder if that is, right? And then I thought, all right, let me practice. Let me practice. Hi, Lord, let me practice making myself feel better, right? So I start rubbing my chest because it was so tight there. And I start rubbing my back and breathing, and I think that's just it. Uh, Chris is in. I want to say Chris is in Arkansas. Yeah, Chris is in Arkansas. But anyway, it wasn't. It did. I got out of bed, went to the bathroom, um, rolled my shoulders back, took a deep breath, and everything relaxed. So it probably wasn't, uh, the MS hug, because I know that doesn't relax as easily. But the big thing is that I think I've had this disease so long, and I'm laying in bed, and I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking I'm not the only one laying in bed, and all I can do is it's thinking how you lay there, and you think about everyone else. You think of everyone else with MS who is suffering, and I don't know. It's that Philippians I've been reading, and the more you're in tune with your Bible and reading and stuff, the more you can feel. You can just feel world sadness, world. Oh my gosh. I was selling a couple of the T-shirts there. In fact, I had a friend. I've got a couple more of these left there. this here, and I had a friend who came by and picked up his T-shirt yesterday, and he pulled up in front of my driveway, and he's a dear friend, and all of a sudden there was a little man who pulled up and he stopped in the middle of the road, and I said, "How are you doing?" And he says, "Fine." And I said, "How's your wife?" He says, "She died 3 weeks ago." Oh my gosh, stop everything. I went over, I said, "Can I pray for you right now?" And I held his hands in there. Yeah, I just, I said this prayer, and there's all sorts of cars that are stopping on my street, and there's my friend who's there to pick up his T-shirt, but nothing was more important than this man suffering. Oh my gosh. So, and normally he sees me when I go for a walk with the players, but Ranger's got his bad hips there. It just, it's so part of being devout, part of being a humble servant. And I think about that humble. It's on me. It certainly wasn't me, but God brought him there to my front door. And all these cars stopped, and my dogs are running in the street, and there's chaos. But this man was the most important person. Didn't matter. I didn't feel well. It didn't matter. It's like, hi, Mohammed. You know what? I'm just talking about how it's just if we're willing, all of a sudden MS doesn't matter, right? We don't matter. This man who just lost it, he says, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know it would be so hard. I adored my wife." The little old man, he just built this 2-story house next to his grandson, and his wife dies within 2 years. Life is so fleeting. How important is anything? So then all of a sudden I'm laying in bed last night, and I'm breathing, and I'm thinking of every single person who is watching, who would watch today. Hi, Nikki, who would watch today, who had a rough time sleeping at 2 or 3 in the morning. And I thought, oh my gosh, I pray that this experiment I had, because I couldn't breathe, or I couldn't sleep, my mind was racing, and it worked for me. And I'm thinking, hi, Maureen, and I'm thinking, you know what, Lord, let me have any affliction that I should all right, you guys heard that. No, that's not true. I don't want any more affliction. But if I have to have these afflictions, Lord, if I have to have this thorn in my side, like Paul, allow me to use it for you. Allow me to use it to comfort the people that you want to comfort. That out of love, it just, yeah, it's crazy. I saw a quote yesterday, and it said, it said, if you're chasing comfort, if you're still chasing for that thing that does it for you, bigger house, the I don't know, brighter shade of red lipstick. I don't know. If you're chasing something that's going to make you feel good, that means that you haven't come to the end of yourself. And you gotta come to the end of yourself. Try everything, almost like Ecclesiastes, which I'll tell you in a minute, where this man had everything. He had everything. He had riches. He had women. He had wine and drink and kids and wealth and kingdoms and all, and it was all like chasing after the wind. And that's good to know. because only when this person, that they think it was Solomon, when he could chase after the wind, when he realized that there was nothing that important, nothing that would do it. That's when he came to the end of himself. He's like, what's the point? And that's why it's so good to have MS. I hate to say that, but every single one of you who have emailed me over the years, or I've talked to on the phone, or called me, because I'm available to all of you. Every single one of you who have MS for over 20 years, you come to the end of yourself. You tell me MS has made you better. Oh my gosh, think about that. You've come to the end of yourself. I mean, there's that song, God bless the broken road that led me to you. I mean, you think about that. I mean, who lays in bed and suffers with just suffers and thinks about how they can use that? And it's not because I'm great. It's because I'm connected with God. I've been watching Western philosophy lately, and studying St. Thomas of Aquinas, and he talks a lot about natural law versus divine law. I won't bore you on that stuff, but I will tell you that it's so interesting, the study of Western philosophy, and these great thinkers that just say it requires us to come to the end of ourselves before we can be enlightened to realize our existence just doesn't matter unless we're everything we experience goes to better each other. That's you know that's huge. It's huge. But then you can only watch this, and you can only look at me and realize that just because I'm in front of you doesn't make me more important than you. I'm not more important to you. I just have I lay in bed, and I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got something to say. I got something to share to you. I can't wait to share it with you. So, that's why on YouTube, if you jump over on the YouTube, subscribe their live chat, Chris and Nikki and Jane, and you guys are awesome, and Karen. It just the support system. In fact, I don't know whether you can hear. I'm gonna move for a minute there, because in the back there's a whiteboard. It's backwards on YouTube, but you can see it front ways on let's see, on Facebook there. And these people who are often supporting each other. These are the people. You guys are the people that are part of Paul says we're part of each other. How part of the body. How does a foot know what a foot's supposed to do if he doesn't realize a foot part of the body, right? I may be I'm your mouth, but there's the legs, and there's I mean, how you gonna live unless you got something to feed you, unless all right, I'm circling the drain as far as so anyway, the breathing exercise to calm you down at night while you're sleeping. I've got to do another video that's separate from this MS Live. It is you inhale for 4, hold it for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. Inhale, Do that at night, over and over, and then slowly. And if you forget what you're doing, start over again. And I'm telling you what, it's put me to sleep. I mean, I was up 4 times last night. Sometimes pain or spasticity or something wakes you up, and the pain. If you just reset, if you just reset, it's just awesome there. Let's see. All right. So, hi, Lyle. Drink some coffee. Oh, by the way, all right. Now, you guys, I'll tell you a little hobby. My best friend, my Jewish best friend, asked me a couple months ago. He says, "Do you know anything about sourdough starter?" And I said, "I happen to have from San Francisco. I ordered that, and I was going to give it to my husband. He ignored it. So I said, yeah, I do. Let me get this sourdough starter going." So I got the sourdough starter San Francisco thing going, but many of you know that I'm not a detail person. I'm not detailed, right? So I have gone through so much flour, the kitchen for everything there, because I haven't been doing it right there. I finally, for the first time in 2 months of me screwing around with this sourdough starter, I made a perfect loaf of sourdough bread. Oh my gosh, it was perfect. I had been putting too much water in it. I don't know. Finally did it. I finally did it there. So problem is that I've got so much sourdough because I treat it like a living person. I just don't. I'm not killing spiders, and I just it's a wonder that I think about. Hi, Daniel. I think about how awesome it is. It really was. And I had free range eggs, a slice of the sourdough toasted with some butter on it. But how amazing is it that you don't need yeast? All it is it's fermented bread. And what is it? It's just you add flour and water, you let it sit there, and it's warm, and it expands, and oh my gosh. And then when I went to cook it there, I've been putting too much water in it. That's why it wasn't real thick. And I put it in a bread pan instead of the what is it, Dutch oven there. So I'm telling you what, it turned. Hi, Carolyn. It's funny. You guys, I'll let you know, Carolyn. You guys invited me to the reunion, but I'm a class behind you, 86, not 84 there. But I may come because I always hung out with you guys in my senior class. I never did the freshman crawl day because all my friends were upperclassmen. And I had you fooled. I don't know, but I've always loved you, Carolyn. Yeah, there's a couple other people who've been wanting me to go to your class reunion too. I may. Oh no, Carolyn, you're not going? Oh, why not? Why not? There. Yeah, Chris, class of 85. See, I'm at 86. There, class of 86. There. Jade, Jade, you know what? My husband was class of 81. There. 81, was he 81 or no, 79? I don't know. He's gonna be 60 this year. There. How so No, no. You know what? You're not allowed to feel old there. If you don't feel old because you have MS, somebody said to me, all these young people, my brother, all these young people that do these pull-ups and say, "Hi, Tim," and they say, and that's another one. You're another one. You're older. That's a class of '85. There, I always related. Oh no, but to be totally honest with you, is I should have been class of 1979 because I'll tell you what. I just remember in Germany, being a teenager, going down. Uh, Not a teenager. I was a little kid, and the school bus in Germany was going down. And there's everybody in bell bottoms and polyester, and they had long hair, and they were making out, and it was like 1975, and they make out, and I love, and just I couldn't believe that I wasn't old enough to be part of that. Oh my God! So yes, yeah, yeah. So I ended up marrying one of those. Just marrying. I got 8 years older than me because that's how I wanted to be 8 years older than me. Uh, uh, Gosh, I thought those guys are so cool there. Anyway, you guys, and now it's also true. It's like, oh yeah, well, you '70s hit people, you're getting to be old guys. Yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you what, when you have MS, as long as any of us have, you say all about age is nothing more than how long we've been on this earth there. And there's some people who are young that live, that are very young. Some people who are yeah, I work out at the gym with a 90, let's see, she's 91 years old. She does Zumba, lifts weights, and swims a quarter mile 3 times a week. There, she is. Let's see, and she's the baby of her family there, and nobody works out. They're all over their 100, and I will tell you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Uh, uh, it's crazy because some days I wake up, and yesterday, I'll let you guys know, yesterday I pulled out that walker that Richard, I love you. You gave me that wide walker, and I loaded it with water, and I put on my earphones, and I had my dogs there, and it's a 1 mile, and I walked 1 mile around the block there, slow and steady, because I didn't have to get around the block and only do one step at a time. And I could do that. But I'll tell you what, people used to ask me when I was 40, they said, how old are you? And I say, I'm 72 in a 40-year-old's body. MS can make you feel a heck of a lot older. A heck of a lot older. Um, that's probably why I'm so darn good at Jeopardy. No, I'm kidding. Oh my gosh, that was must have been pendentic there. So pendentic, pen p pen pen no pedantic, pedantic. Hi Karen, thank you for the time check. Uh, Yeah, I'm doing a closed MRI. They're just gonna, with contrast there. I'll try not to move, and I'll close my eyes and walk, 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 walk. And I'll close my eyes and I'll picture Pac-Man coming and then big goofy monsters coming back. Uh, it'd be fun. It'll just be What I don't like is that it's at 1:30, and today's supposed to be a beautiful day. So yesterday I was supposed to swim, but I just wasn't into it. So I went for a walk around the block there. So I'm going to swim today and swim tomorrow. My buddy, my best friend. Hi, Tim. My best friend. I've always had a guy best friend. I don't know. He's coming over tonight because his Verizon is down, and he wants to do Jeopardy. He's having Jeopardy withdrawals, so he said, "Okay, you come over here and watch last night's Jeopardy." I saved it because I DVR it there. Because you know what, I would be deadly on Jeopardy if they did it. If they allowed me the pause, let me pause the question. No one's allowed to answer it until I get the first dibs at it. It may take me a while to but you know what, and I love that about Jeff and Jeff 70. But I love that about Jeff. Hit pause, and I'll come up with the answer, and he'll let me get it for him. Is that a buddy or a what? I'm telling you what. Anyway. Anybody else watch Jeopardy? Besides this, anybody? Anybody there? Hi, Tricia. Oh, Tim's COVID test came back negative, and that's good. That's really good. Um, all right, so again, I'm going to keep rehashing the what happens when you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, or you're stressed, right? And because a lot of us wake up, we don't get back to sleep because our mind is racing, and what works better than Jeopardy? Yes, Jeopardy, Jeopardy. Alex Trebek. Uh, oh, you guys play it? Yeah. What about Final Jeopardy last night? What was Final Jeopardy last night? I love it. Don't you feel like haughty? Don't you feel like brilliant when no one gets it? No one gets the answer. You hit pause. Hi, Yuri. You hit pause on Jeopardy, and you get it. Now, granted, no one else has got it because they don't have pause, but you have pause. I love it. Love it. Oh my god. All right. So you're stressed. You wake up in the middle of the night. Tim, this is Tim Smith. This here is for you because I know you're going through some stuff there. What you're supposed to do is, no matter how stressed you are, if you get angry, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're having problems getting back to sleep, right? What you do is, it's a breathing exercise. Try this, right? Because it works. It works better than Xanax or melatonin, right? You inhale for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 7, and exhale slowly for a count of 8. And you do it again and again. Right, Muhammad Ali. Was that easy or what? Last night, I'm sorry. Last night's Jeopardy. Will Smith and another boxer was pallbearers, and I'm thinking of Muhammad Ali. Yeah, that was easy, But Jeff, my friend, says, Dulci, it's only easy because you knew the answer, right? But I'm thinking, why Will Smith? Why was Will? Yeah. Ding ding ding. Yes, James Rock. Oh, I love. You know what would be fun is that if we had a watch party. Why do we do that? Why don't we do a watch party on Jeopardy? Of course, you know what? If you guys don't have a pause button, if we don't have a pause button where we all can type in. I took that test, that Jeopardy test, with my friend. Sent it to me. And hi there. I am Maria. Thank you for your phone call, wishing me a happy anniversary. It's so funny. Anniversaries are so romantic for some people there. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm former Air Force wife and my husband is former Air Force, and every day is, and to be living in Christ, every day is yeah, every day is, you're in the moment there. So, and all right, we're talking about the test, the test there, the Jeopardy test, and I got to tell you there, what I failed the test, and the reason why I failed the test is because I couldn't type fast enough. Uh, uh, it just, wait, let me close. All right. All right, my phone. Hi, Frank. Uh, anyway, I've got to do a video when this is done about breathing and sleeping and yeah, Gina. And no distraction. If it's only to make it seem, you know what? And Gina tried the breathing exercise, right? Because I ended up praying, and my mind's racing and praying and stuff like that. But try the breathing exercise. Again, you inhale for 4. Hi, Marion. Hold it for 7, and then slowly exhale for 8. Inhale, deep, deep. Fill your body cavity with air, your stomach, and don't hold it. And then slowly let it out. And that will actually, it'll help. It'll really help calm you and puts me to sleep. So 4 times last night, this is how the devil's convicting me. 4 times. Last night I was up, and I was up in between pain and spasticity and restless leg syndrome, and I was hot and cold. And each time I got up, I thought, oh my God, all right, time to practice this breathing. And every time I fell asleep, it just, every single time. And normally I'd have the Xanax, I'd have, chemically, right? Damn. Because and I got to tell you, you guys, for the lab, I was on the anniversary, which was on Sunday. I got up, I was so tired, I was staring at the wall, so tired. My husband looks at me and he says, well, how are you today? And I said, well, I'm gonna change my reality. Tim, you would laugh at this. And he says, well, what do you mean? I said, I'm gonna open up my pharmaceuticals, and if I can't get myself going with everything I have there, then I'm just not trying hard enough. Anyway, I took 2 Ritalin and 2 Nucynta. Oh my God! And I couldn't walk, but because I couldn't walk. That's the problem. These medications have side effects there, and I realized I'd be in the game, I'd be pleasant, I wouldn't be in pain, I'd have energy, but I wouldn't be able to walk because it'd take out my legs there. And I was great. I was in a good mood for 5 hours there. So we took the T-Bird, my mother's husband, Walter, my stepdad's T-Bird. He's got a 56 T-Bird, right? And it's red, and every time I get in that, my favorite is the passenger seat. I lay back because it's got a V8, and it was beautiful yesterday or on Sunday. So we went out for dinner, and My sweet husband's like, you know what? We paid $75 for dinner, and he says, was this worth it? Was it? You know, it's. I don't know. I'm a better cook than that. I would have rather spent $50 on giant Kobe beef down at Wegmans and then cook it up in asparagus. I could have done that there, but again, we. All right. So anyway, we were in the T-bird, and I'm laying back there, and the sun's on my face, and the V8 just boom, and I'm laying back, and I'm singing, and I'll have fun, fun, fun till my daddy takes the T-bird away. Still got the T-bird out on the side. Uh, and I don't know. I love having the teeth. Thank you. Thank. Yeah. All right. You know, you'll have to instant message me, Brenda. That's my aunt. Hi, Aunt Brenda. Yeah. You're one to talk. That's a great beauty. Yeah. I'm smoke. But hey, Aunt Brenda, I was sharing with everybody. When you get stressed, you wake up at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning or whatever. I've always been an insomniac, and I have this anti-anxiety medicine that instead of reaching for that or melatonin and stuff, when I was a little girl, my mom used to. I went everywhere for insomnia there, and what it is it's a breathing exercise, right? And what it is, at night, 4 times last night, I woke up in the middle of the night and had a rough time getting to sleep, right? So what happens is you're supposed to breathe in for 4, right? Because that's actually stressful for your body when you take a breath. So breathe in for 4, hold it for 7, and then slowly let it out for 8. And if you do that over, hold it for 4, hold it for 8, and then slowly let it out, right? Actually, inhale, fill your body up for 4, hold it for 7, and then exhale for 8. And the reason why I say that is that 4 times I woke up in the middle of the night last night. It was hot and cold and in pain and you know. So I was doing that. All that every time I woke up, I practiced this breathing exercise and it put me to sleep. So thank you, Lord, for making me miserable. Hi, Jerry. Just making me miserable with not being able to sleep, so I could come up with remember a reason that helped me, so I could pass it to you. Yeah, it's a 56 T-bird. It's a 1956 Thunderbird. They're V8. It's the very car that the Beach Boys wrote that song. You'll have fun, fun, fun till Daddy takes the T-bird away. Absolutely try that. Again, 4, hold it for 7, right? Because that gives your body a chance to make the most of that oxygen, and then letting it out for 8 is calming. Let that bad out, right? And it just calms you. And the idea is that if you do that over and over and over again, even if you've got pain and all, it gets rid of that stress and it calms your brain, and it is incredible. Aunt Brenda said she was born in 1956. So, you know what? And do you know that 56 Thunderbird is, it was a girl car. It was, and the original color was powdered blue, and it was for girls. Little convertible, and I'll tell you, I drive it occasionally, just around town. Uh, I should try to see if I can get my walker and do it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it just is so much fun. It's fun to drive, and I get honks and waves, and uh uh Karen, try, uh try. You know what? That 8 hour Tylenol is really working for my arthritis there. The other thing is just try breathing there. I have that restless leg syndrome, and instead of reaching for another ropinirole, I practice that deep breathing, and I was able to get through without taking uh, any medication. It's just crazy. It's that deep breathing. Yeah. But remember, in for 4, hold it for 7, and then slowly let it out for 8. And that Dr. Weir says that if you do that over and over and over again over the course of months, you get used to doing that there. In any stressful situation, you can do that and it'll calm you. I say in any stressful situation, you know how we Christians like to pray, right? What we can do is uh, do that and incorporate that with prayer there, and may the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, that'll guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Aunt Brenda says that she uses 8 hour Tylenol for arthritis as well. I wonder, I wonder, uh, is that I need to do research, or has anybody done research about being on that 8 hour arthritis medication every single night? How is how long can you? Because I don't know. It makes me wonder. Is it bad for you to take it too often? Not taking medication is bad, but anyway, and Chris is mentioning, maybe if we can incorporate this breathing, uh, go figure. There's a yucky table that the trash guy is taking. That is crazy. All right, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, so if we can incorporate this breathing uh, along with prayer, there, I just, it's amazing. It, to me, it is amazing that this morning, I was sitting there, and I had the sourdough, and I had some eggs, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've got this MRI, and my house is a mess, and this cleaning lady is going to be coming, and I'm thinking, I just can't do it. I can't do it. All right, let me just see. Chris, what you just said was helpful review. I had to prove it. And all she says is one man's trash is another man's treasure. And you know what? I free cycled that table out there. I asked, I advertised all over. I said, it's yours. If you want it, you come get it. I did pictures, whatever. It was on Facebook. Uh, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So didn't happen. All right. So what can we do? We can breathe, work on breathing to calm ourselves there, include prayer. Um, doesn't matter what you believe in there. Uh, it's funny. Doesn't matter what you believe in. Is get in tune with your higher power. There, so much. In fact, I was talking a little bit about divine. Uh, Divine law versus natural law. And the theory is, great philosophers used to say, is that we all are programmed with a desire to, or a need to follow something, and that need to respect something greater than yourself is divine is divine law. It you know, we're all programmed to believe in something bigger than ourselves there. And when we're young, we chase other things. Uh, we chase things that'll do it for us until, like that quote I was saying, uh, you come to the end of yourself. You tried everything, and you realize that nothing is that important. Nothing is that important. There's the divine nature. You start looking at trees and at the fall. They're disintegrating. That's the second law of thermodynamics. That says everything that exists that's living breaks down. It dies. Everything dies, right? Everything. Right? Second law of thermodynamics says everything breaks down. Nothing comes together. Everything breaks down. So if you recognize that, you recognize death is as much a part of life as birth is there. If we can just embrace that, if we can be part of the breeze, the wind, if we can allow God to work through us, to realize that how important is it, unless we're loving each other, unless we're adding to this world. They there is something that is inherently true. What was it? St. Thomas Aquinas said that he didn't believe in evil. He believed evil was the absence of good. Uh, Absence of good. And when you think about that, the absence of good. Uh, but I think, and good is in everybody that is made, and it is made from God. We're all good. We all have a mooring of knowing that it's probably, if you're human. You don't kill babies. You don't you don't burn people alive. There's certain things you just don't do. And nobody has to tell you don't do that. You just know it. Why do you know that? Why do you know it's good not to lie? And all, it's because we all have this natural mooring, and that natural mooring, that natural desire to do good, is divine law. It's divine law. But guess what? Uh, um, we failed. I put this down that I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, but I am the biggest failure to him. I'm the biggest hypocrite. I am, oh my gosh, I'm a big fat loser. And I don't say that lightly. I'm just saying that every person out there, everyone is going to fail you. I will fail you. I mean, and then you ask yourself, are you infallible? Have you ever failed anybody? Have you broken someone's heart? And when you think about that, you think about how you know. Remember when what was it? Tom Cruise came in. He looked at Renee Zellweger, and it was what was it? And she says, why are you here? And he said, you complete me. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that'll go so long. We don't want to know that. No one completes another person because, when I was a teenager and I cared, I thought this guy I was dating was gonna be everything to me. And the truth is that's not true. No one is anyone's solution until you go to Jesus Christ and you realize that you are fallible and but you're also forgivable. And so are the people that when I come home with an MRI and I say to my husband, you want to see? And he's like, no, right? And I said, do you want to talk about hair? Hi, Rob. You want to talk about hair color? He says, no. And I realized that, is he a jerk or is he just not capable? Is he, so me going to him and expecting him to be everything to me, not fail me, is like me going to Home Depot and looking for bread there. So what I want to say is that again we'll all fail each other. We will, unless I'm talking about politics with my husband there, it just, I'm gonna fail him. Unless he's talking about hair dye with me, hair color. You think I had to go darker or lighter? I don't know. Unless he's gonna fail me. So we're just programmed to fail each other there because I'm gonna fail you, you're gonna fail me. The only person that's not going to fail you is Jesus Christ there, and you can accept him to be your just have a relationship with him and stop chasing after the wind there. Come to the end of yourself, uh, and just when life's not doing it for you, have God do it for you there and accept, say, Jesus Christ, I invite you to be my Lord and Savior. I've tried it all and nothing's worked, so I'm going to try you now there. I know that I'm a sinner, but I know you're my Savior, and I believe that you died for me, and please forgive me my sins. Please come into my life and be my savior, my friend, uh, and tell me how to live life in you. I dead in myself and alive in you. This is what I've been doing for myself. It's not working. So make that happen. Uh, God bless every one of you. Every one of you. We're all here together. I love you all. Please come back, go to YouTube and subscribe to Dulci Hill. And let me see, go to msfrontiers.org. If you're interested in one of these t-shirts, I have men's and women's. They're $20 a piece. They're still going to raise money for our channel, msfrontiers.org. May God bless you and keep you. May He shine His face upon you and be gracious to you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you His peace. And worry about nothing, but in everything in prayer and supplication, make your requests known to God. May the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, keep your hearts and minds on Christ Jesus. And if you're Jewish or Muslim or Wiccan or anything else there, love you there, and I hope this comforted you. Keep breathing. Bye.